Good afternoon, Mr. Fakayejo. How are you today? Okay, we'll try to get across to and connect with Mr. Fakayejo and get this conversation going very, very quickly. But let's take you to outside our shores, where we say the Asian stocks fell longer with the dated bond yields alongside the dollar as investors assess the policy of inflation outlook in the world's largest economy. Now we see that South Africa has cut rates by 2.25 to 77.5%. And we see a mix in the figures. And also, we have inflation rate to average 4.2% before next year quicking to 4.5% in 2026. The consumer price index is expected to reach an average of 3.6%. That's 0.9% percentage points below the Reserve Bank's 3 to 6% midpoint comfort level before returning to target later next year. Mr. Fakayejo is there now. Good afternoon, Mr. Fakayejo, and thank you for your time on the program.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I think I'll allow you to take us through your understanding of the performance of the market through this week.
Well, to a great extent, the market performance this week is worthwhile. It's not beyond what ordinarily we would have expected it to be. And even again today, the market closed higher. And we're having various indices also closing higher. The banking index, for instance, closed higher than what it was. The food and beverage, which is the consumer goods. And I think we have... So I think for this week, the market is carrying very well for the beat in December. So I believe strongly that with the way things are, it will only get better.
Any stocks running in your mind? We see some particular ones. Okay, for me here, I have the likes of Flour Mills, John Holt's on the gainers list today, Deep Carp, Ikeja Hotels, Darkham, and the losers list. We've seen some stocks performing, exceeding projections this time around. What is your outlook for the end of the year?
Well, I think Flour Mills to an extent has taken everybody by surprise. The performance has been superlative. And I believe that we are still going to have many more stocks joining that trail. The end-of-year performance definitely is going to be much better than what we have seen since the beginning of the year. So we're still expecting a big leap. The Asia index, at least to a great extent, exceeding 100,000 basis points again. And the market cap as well making another landmark. So I believe that with the way it is now, the investors are in for a very good return on their investment in terms of capital appreciation and also dividend to be expected by the time the financial year ends in this December and when they turn in their result in February, March.
What do you think about the policy reforms which we've stayed on, and even the IMF is saying that Nigeria must stay the course? Is it bringing the expected, or are we expecting the needed, of course, foreign direct investment? And of course, we also need FPIs. But are we attracting the necessary FDIs and FPIs at the moment with our policy stance at the moment?
Well, I think everybody is still standing on the fence. We want to see what these policies will bring out. And I think the gestation period to expect anything at all will still be sometime March or June next year. And I believe those who are the early birds, who are already believing in the Nigerian state getting better, I think they will be the better for it. But by March next year, June, we're going to see things really turning out better. And this the light will no more be in the tunnel. It will be in the horizon whereby everybody will be able to see it and acknowledge and know that, yes, they can plug in to what is going to happen next. And believe me, I think things definitely will get better. So foreign direct investment will come. We'll start seeing much of that maybe from March, and then an impressive one from June.
Rotimi Fakayejo there for your submission on the topic of discourse.
Can you say that again, please?
I said, I must thank you so much for your time. Do enjoy your weekend.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right. Then. All right, we have breaking news just in. Nigeria's inflation rate for the month of October 2024 rose to 33.88%. 33.88% from 32.70%. News just in. This was disclosed by the National Bureau of Statistics in its monthly report, highlighting a monthly increase of 1.18 percentage points. Now, inflation for October stands at 33.88%. Please take note, from 32.70% in September 2024. Now, the Bureau attributed this rise to higher prices for food and non-food items, including gasoline, cooking gas, and transport costs. On a year-on-year basis, the inflation rate was 6.55% percentage points higher compared to 27.33% in October 2023, signaling a significant annual increase. Month-on-month basis, inflation for October 2024 was 2.64%, slightly above the 2.52% and recorded in September, indicating a sharper rise in average prices during October. Well, the European Commission has fined Meta Platforms 797 euros, that's about $840 million, over abusive practices benefiting Facebook Marketplace. The Commission fined Meta for breaching EU antitrust rules by tying its online classified ad service Facebook Marketplace to its social network Facebook and by imposing unfair trading conditions on the online classified ad service providers. The European Union opened formal proceedings into possible anti-competitive conduct of Facebook in June 2021 and December 2022. The company risks fines as much as 10% of its global turnover for EU antitrust violations. Meta responded that it will appeal the decision, but in the meantime, it will comply and work quickly and constructively to launch solutions to address this point raised. All right, crude oil prices fell on signs of demand in China, and the world's biggest crude importer continues to underperform amid an uneven economic recovery. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude sells for $67.87, with a price decline of 1.21%. Brent experienced a downward review of 1.20% to sell at $71.69 per barrel. Bonny Light sells for $78.62, with a downward price margin of 2.84%. And for the OPEC basket, dealers offer $71.51, with a price decline of 1.93%. And finally, before we go, let's tell you again, inflation for October 2024 rose to 33.88% from 32.70%. That's in September 2024. This was disclosed by the NBS in its monthly report, and we have a monthly increase of 1.18 percentage points. That's our show for today and for the week. We'll see you on Monday. Stay safe, get busy, and always make the cash. I'll see ya.